If I don't sort this out, I can't push a baby out. I'll have to get it. That she
You'll
said,
crush its head.
that no, it is. What? No. Hey guys, emergency meeting for the Pay Attention podcast.
We had pre-recorded episodes.
Yeah. We were like, Rebecca's going on holidays. I'm going on holidays. Rebecca's literally in Spain right now. Like she's
Greetings from
literally
Spain.
there.
Reporting from Spain.
Yeah.
I literally got here today. I've had barely any sleep. As we can see, my neck and face.
Yeah. She's
This
glowing
is
though.
worrying. At least makeup will fix it. But yeah, we just had to come to you live and direct
We have
this
to,
week
guys. So much has
for an
happened in the
emergency
last.
add-on. It's literally Tuesday, the 16th of July. This episode is going out Wednesday.
What has happened? Like,
So first things will we go in order? Was the first thing that
yeah,
happened?
Clinton Kane. No, Madeline Argy was the first thing.
So did we talk about Brooks? We did.
We did.
Talked about Brooks, who the fuck did I date series.
Yeah. And then I think
Yeah,
it was Madeline Argy, and then I think Clinton came out then afterwards.
so many things happened.
So crazy. So basically, we'll start from the start. Madeline RG did a who the fuck was I going out with kind of but she did it really like efficiently in like 4 or 5 videos. Essentially saying that like Central C like made out this PR move that he was with Ice Spice while she wasn't sure were they still going out or not. She didn't even get a chance to break up with him. And he just sent her something by saying like when everything drops tomorrow, just remember I'm human.
Behind all this. So basically, he was using Madeline as part of his like marketing ploy for this new song with Ice Spice
Yes.
that she didn't know was coming out.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the music video, like, and it's all like she said he played her his verse on it like months
Yeah.
ago. And he was basically telling Madeline how he's cheating on her.
Like what? So then to add fuel to the fire, she also talked about that Leah Halton thing, which me and Rebecca text privately about before because I was like, oh my God, wonder is he done with Madeline Argy? And he wasn't. It was just like a PR move again. Which makes you really think a lot of these things we see with the celebrities, is it real or not? Like who knows?
It's
But
money. That's it.
I'm telling you. So then she said as well that what was it, Leah Halton, Madeline Argy? Where was I going with this thought? Oh yeah, sorry. So then anyway, to add fuel to that fire, I woke up the next morning. There was a video from Six Kenza. I don't know if any of you know her. I do, because I used to love her. I just don't think I
She's
follow
from
her
the UK, is she?
from the
You're
UK. She's
based in the UK,
stunning. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. But she was basically the love interest in the music video for Obsessed with You. I'm obsessed with you. Do you know that thing?
I think,
I hope
I'm
a
obsessed with you and I
trap
can't
boys your
believe.
yeah. I hope a trap boys your time because I ain't got 9 to 5. Yeah, that one.
We're
So
us both singing different parts of the song. You rapping
um
and me being like, "Duh, duh, duh, duh."
that is our personalities. But
That's
yeah,
our brand.
essentially same thing happened. She was friends with him since they were younger, and she was like, I didn't get a penny for that. And that music video has like over 150 something million streams. And he also brought her out on stage at Wireless as well and made her like the focal point of the whole video. And like she was like, it was just weird because like we were friends and he did that to me. And she was like, that's his whole brand. All he does is like exploit women. And apparently there was another woman before Six Kenza that he did that to too. So this is the third time he's done this.
So he's realized that using women and dating rumors for his
Hmm.
marketing like really works and that people will
Yeah.
talk about it. But Madeline shared a screenshot of him telling her to use the same caption that Ice Spice did. Like, but fair enough if it was like all pure and like Madeline was in on it and like she knew everything and there was no cheating. But this man was cheating. What did he
Yeah.
say? Like 16 times or something?
16 times he cheated on her. Yeah.
Like the fact that he even kept count is such a red flag for me.
It's
Like you're going to cheat on
crazy.
me and keep count. Like
Yeah.
you're not even going to be a reckless cheater being like, look, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to keep count. Like you're going
That's
to put
so
in your
much
little
of
black
it.
book.
That is so much worse. Yeah, I thought that that was crazy too. I was like, what? And she said, so you're telling me K2 Trappy with the water signs is your best friend or whatever, like kind of a thing. I was literally weak. I couldn't cope. Like once all that came out, I was like, oh my God, I'm shook. So I was like, it was like, and she dropped it like really late in the evening, didn't she? I was like,
Yeah,
everybody,
it was night. She dropped one or two, but then they went on quite late into the night because you
yeah,
text me, you goes, before you do anything else, you need to look at these because you thought they were going to be deleted, which
yeah.
rightly, like, they could have been.
Yeah, I screenshot
They weren't.
recorded the main one because I was like, she's gonna delete these and get back with him. So I need to have like record that this thing happened. Like I screenshot recorded them, but they both have like 2.5 million, 3 million likes, and they've got like 20 something million likes. So it's like such a
Insane.
insane. And I love the way she was like, you told me to stand up, so I'm standing up. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, she was like, the girlies are laughing at me. The
Yeah,
girlies are thinking I'm stupid. And then in the midst of all that happening, Mr. pathological liar himself, Clinton Kane, gaslit the whole internet. Like the first one or two
yeah.
videos, people were kind of like, ah. And then everyone was like, wait, he's just doing what he did to
To
Brooke to
Brooke to
all of
us.
us.
Yeah, yeah,
But like he literally the funniest thing about Clinton was he picked apart every single detail apart from like the whole like offing his whole family. You
yeah.
know what I
No, as
mean?
in he talked about everything. He literally was like, we weren't in that diner all night. We were there for 2 hours, not 4 hours. I didn't ask her to be my girlfriend on the 10th. I asked her on the 12th or something, as you can see from these screenshots. And I am literally weak because one of the things was like that reply feature in iMessage only came out last year. So he was
Yeah.
caught like kind of like faking them, like. Oh, no, but you know what I couldn't get over is his inconsistent. Do you know when I was going back because there were so many parts I was going through it and all I heard was and I was going to make that TikTok of his breaths in, but someone else did, and I was like, that is so funny. But like even his accent was inconsistent the whole way through. And what really ticked me off is like he was like, Brooke said, "Oh, his mother doesn't even speak English," and he goes, "My mother doesn't even speak English." That is offensive
Yeah.
to some
Doesn't
people.
even like and but number
Like, is
one,
she
when
dead
he
or
goes,
not? Who's dead? Who's dead? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
we don't
what?
care what language she speaks. We want to know is she existing? Like,
Is she
what?
breathing? Honestly, it's crazy.
Like he literally did like a 29. I didn't even I skimmed, I watched like the first few and then I was like, I can
Yeah.
feel myself being gaslit. Like
Yeah.
he is gaslighting me right now. And like
Rebecca
I don't
texted
even
me,
know
was like,
this
I'm
man.
not watching all that.
Yeah. Cause he did like 29 parts. Like,
Well,
who did I date, not marry, or something is what he called it.
yeah.
And like Brooke's response was just iconic. She was like, but everyone's saying the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, we don't care about like a little lie being like, I didn't spend thousands on an Airbnb. I spent 900.
And we didn't live together. She had her own apartment.
And
She
it
it didn't
wasn't
mean
our
physically. It just meant,
furniture
yeah, it was like it just meant that you didn't leave each other's side. That's what girls do. They exaggerate
and the
stories.
Google calendar.
The
Sorry, of all the
Google
days they'd spent
calendar of
together.
it all. And then when he was like,
There's no way you'd know. There's no way you'd know from text alone how much time you'd spent with someone, first of all.
no, it's
And
insane.
also, to go to so much effort giving people, but like so many people were like, oh yeah, and then everyone was like, wait, like
Mm,
he's dangerous, like that should be punishable by law,
I
like
agree.
whatever
I
he's
think
doing.
so. I think so. I think it's kind of like coercive control, like an emotional abuse. And like, I don't know. I don't know. I think he really tried his best, but nobody literally fell for it. And I saw this other thing of a girl being like, you haven't lived in the States since you were this age because I have a video of you crying about when you were being flown
Yes.
out. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I saw that too, the girl, his ex. Also, why is he getting all baddies? Like she was unreal.
I truly, do you know what? I actually kind of understand it though, because I have a habit of going for people who I think will be nice to me and they end up being like Clinton Kane, you
Yeah.
know, not the best in the looks department and also a terrible human being. And I have a habit of doing that.
No, sorry, the
Oh,
Kid Rock was so funny.
she didn't say, I think Kid Rock is hot. She said, I would fuck the shit out of Kid Rock. And like in my head, I was like, That's exactly what she would say. Yeah, because I'd watch that and I'd watch the cancel podcast, but that
Yeah,
makes
and
her
you'd
point
hear Brooke
funnier.
say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also, like, if you've seen Kid Rock, it's funny because he's
Yeah,
not,
like
like, conventionally hot, so that's what
no.
makes it funny, like, grow a sense of humor.
Grow a sense of humor. Like I was howling laughing at it. I was like, that is literally insanity. I don't know why he even bothered doing that whole thing.
I just love that the girlies are coming out and, like, especially when you're in a relationship with a public figure and it's a public relationship,
Mm,
and then they do something that potentially could harm other people. I think it's very important, girls
yeah.
support girls. I've even seen, I saw someone's video today, those ones, and it's like, if your husband is on his bachelor party and he's staying in blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
he just cheated on you. I
Mm,
love those. I will
yeah,
live for
same.
those. Like, some people are like, oh, it's not my business. It's like, hello? I would
Yeah.
love a random stranger on the internet to tell me.
Yeah,
Because, like, what do they
100%.
have to gain?
Yeah, and then at least I don't end up wasting my time in the end anyway.
Yeah, no,
But
terrifying.
yeah. And then on top of all this, Donald Trump got shot. This has
I
been
was
insanity. Like, what?
I was literally on FaceTime with UK man, and we
Yeah.
were just like I wanted to get up early because it was Saturday night. I wanted to get up early for the Sunday market.
Mm.
He wanted to like have a nice Sunday morning. So we were literally just saying bye. And next thing, we both obviously got a notification I don't know what notification I got. He got a notification. We were like, what? So then we
Yeah.
spent the next hour like on Twitter, just like reading tweets. We were like, this is insane.
No, like
But
insane.
also, the astrology pointed to it, which is
I
even more insane.
know. And The Simpsons also predicted it, you know. Of course they did.
But see, like when you like everything's energy. I say it all the time in this podcast, but like when you say something with words, when you put
Mm,
something out there with your vocal cords, when you make energy, whatever you say, you're bringing that idea like a light bulb was an idea. You know what I mean? Someone had to like
mm.
so, you know,
Yeah.
are we living like is life imitating art? Is art imitating life? Vice versa?
Crazy.
Very deep thoughts for
Very
Tuesday.
deep thoughts. But no, it's crazy. I can't do you know what? I'm happy he lived. I'm very sad that somebody else obviously got killed in all of it. But
So who got
yeah,
killed? The shooter was the person
shooter
was
and somebody standing behind Donald Trump died as well. So like somebody just at the thing, yeah, shot and died. Sad, very
oh
sad. Like it
shit. Because
just and he would have been hit had he not turned his head to look at the screen.
yeah, he just he like I saw that. I saw a video being like because some people were like, oh, it was staged. And I'm like,
No way that was staged.
a shooting being a PR move is
Mm,
insane. But also based on the astrology girlies like predictions, like it was
yeah.
very much so giving like real. The only thing that struck me was strange is like either the Secret Service isn't as good as I thought they were. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
how was he
know.
allowed to get up and punch the air? Like if there's a live shooter trying to shoot the
Well,
president,
at
like
that point, I think they would have heard through their earpiece that they had shot the shooter. So I think their main thing was we need to get him to
uh,
the hospital, but there's no threat for him to get up now. But did you see that girl who that girl I should say that woman that was part of the Secret Service? She was badass as fuck. She did like more work than any of the men around her. And then
of
like she did
course.
this like move afterwards where she like pulled down her jacket, put on her glasses and pulled down her jacket. And I was like, that should be in a movie. This looks so fucking cool. Like,
It was just such a wild,
it
wild, wild
was.
week.
Yeah, wild, wild week. I'm trying to think, was there anything else really quickly that we need to round up on? I don't think so, so far.
Yeah,
But
no, I don't think anything happened today, but girlies, if you're wondering what the astrology means, it's basically there's two planets. I sent Neve a long, in-depth
yeah.
video about it, so I might actually link that in the show notes. Two planets, Uranus,
Hmm.
very strong, intense planet, and Mars. So Mars is like action, energy,
Mm,
aggression, and then
that's my planet.
Uranus is like rebellion, doesn't like will force change upon those who need it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like people getting their like comeuppance or like people getting justice or the truth coming out, like because Mars
Mm,
hates being in Taurus and Mars is in Taurus right now because Mars is like fast moving, like both of our Mars and Mercury is in Aries. So that's like
mm,
fast, loves being in Aries. Taurus, no, because Taurus is more stubborn. So it's
mm.
like, if you know any Tauruses in your life, a Taurus doesn't get angry until you push them to that point. And
To the
that's what
point,
the
yeah.
energy is giving in the sky right now. People have been pushed to points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How long is this going to be lasting for? Because I'm really enjoying, and obviously I'm not involved in any of it, so I'm loving as a spectator watching. But how
It's
long?
only just beginning.
Oh, it
And
is. Our podcast is going to be doing so well.
yeah, it's only
See.
just beginning. And like a lot of like between now and November is like and obviously that's the American election, but um
Mm,
America's
interesting.
having its Pluto return, which is
Yeah.
like 'cause obviously every country has a birth chart.
Mm.
But 2025, like astrologers and I'm not fear mongering, but astrologers and you know your one Baba Vanga, do you know the like
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
lady 2020 because we're in a time of change and it's
Mm.
unfortunate, but like to make change happen, whether it's positive change or negative change, there has to be like catalyst
Mm.
events. So this is
Yeah.
only the beginning of the catalytic events. Catalytic, don't know
Yikes.
that word. Yeah.
I logged into Patterns the last day and it basically said that I've like wait to hear this. I know you don't like that app, but oh no, it's CoStar you don't like, is it?
No, co-star is the one I don't like.
Oh, okay, so the pattern I have. Okay, my lens, okay. Okay, one minute now. I'm just after getting something when I logged in about me and my friend. Okay, discover bonds, my vault. Okay, go away, my lens. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Okay, can I get to the main part? Discover you, my vault. What the fuck? It's
What the
only
heck?
they've changed the whole app, but basically.
I hate when they do that.
It's really funny because you can tell I'm such an avoidant by it, but there's three things to do with relationships. Someone's coming in, something else that I was reading, and they were all happening around the same time. Obviously, like a love or whatever romantic interest in my life. Then there's going to be a part in the romance where I try to push them away. Shock.
Really? You don't do that
Yeah,
though.
it wouldn't be like me. No,
Wouldn't be like
it
you. Yeah, I
wouldn't be
was just trying
like
to think
me.
what this Uranus Taurus, if you're a Virgo rising,
Yeah,
so Virgo is your first house, so your 12th house is Leo, 11th house Cancer, 10th house Gemini, ninth house Taurus. So for you, there's a lot of like maybe realizations or
yeah.
like action coming in. Um, your ninth, is it your ninth
Oh,
house?
it's fated relationships
Ooh,
and pleasure and security, relationship longing, fated relationship, the vertex.
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Oh, and then Pluto enters Aquarius 2024. Is that what we're in now?
So Pluto is like firmly going to be firmly sitting in Aquarius very soon. And Aquarius is like the freedom, the rebel, it's giving
R-
revolution. Remember, I've been was saying that at the start of the year. So
Yeah, really interesting, really crazy. All those planets so confusing. I don't know how. Of
yeah,
course, you
the
wrap your head
planets
around it
are
because you've ADHD. You'd be like, yes, I get that because this goes here and this goes there.
yeah, it's so easy for me to follow, but it's yeah, it's intense. And even when I was looking at the astrology of this week, I was like, a girl's trip this week is a very interesting
Interesting
time.
week.
Even though actually today it's more like it was over the weekend was kind of the most intense energy
Yeah.
and maybe today. And Jesus Christ, what happened to me? Oh, I had issues.
Oh God, I know. God bless you. I was only telling mom
And
about
then
it
I took
yesterday. She
like
was like,
3 hours
"What?"
to get home on public transport after going to freaking Primark because Rome's public transport is intense. And then I bought a brand new girlies. If you're looking for something in the shower, the L'Occitane or L'Occitane, we don't know how to pronounce
We
it.
don't know. I thought it was L'Occitane, and then she said, "What the
I
L'Occitane?"
said L'Occitane. Well, if you think of
You're
it, it's
probably
French.
right.
So it's
Like you're probably
probably,
right. I was just laughing at how wrong I was
no,
saying
it's
it.
probably a mix of both of ours because I'm probably not, because that doesn't really sound French, because it's French brand,
Yeah,
like L'Occitane. I
we
feel
need
like
to figure that out. Yeah.
we do. Either way, their shower oil is stunning. You will never, because it washes your body, but it also hydrates. It's the
Mm,
most bougie. Like, I just can't have anything else in the shower. I found it yesterday for 16 euro. Usually it's about 25, but it
mm.
lasts months because
Is
it's
it the
oil.
blue
So
one you had?
no, it's like a yellow.
Oh, lovely.
So it lasts months because it's an oil, so you only need a tiny bit.
Mm,
And I pack it in my suitcase. The whole bottle
burst.
leaks all over my suitcase, the whole bottle, not a drop
Oh,
left. So the girls got me some more in duty free, so that's good. And because I got to the villa that we were staying in early, I was able to wash the clothes that were affected, which weren't too many, and they've been drying all day, so they're dry now.
Yeah.
So it could
Slay.
be
I'm so
worse.
excited to hear how much fun you have on your holidays. I'm gonna let
I
you
know.
go
I think
now.
I'm going to be really active on.
Instagram?
Well, actually, I don't know. Do I want to vlog or do I want to be active on Instagram stories? Because you can't do both.
Yeah, you can't. It's one or the other. I agree,
Because
definitely.
people don't like if I'm posting like all what's happening, people don't care.
I
Like
get you.
don't care to watch the
People
vlog.
are
But
nosy,
that
like.
maybe I'll do like TikToks and vlog, I think.
Yeah, a nice mixture, both would
And
be
then like
nice.
a random story here and there,
Yeah,
like sprinkled in. Because I got an urge to be active on my Instagram stories the other day, but then
I'm
I
flying next week. I'm so excited tomorrow week. I know, I
you're
can't
gonna
wait.
sorry, there's something about Spain.
Something about Spain. We've
There,
been
like
saying
when I
it.
landed the air in Spain, I was just like,
Oh,
give
so
me
good.
400 of them right now, you know?
So good. So, so, so
So good.
good. Okay, I'm gonna
Mm.
let you go. Thanks, girls, for
Okay.
listening to the emergency. This is going to be slotted in before the rest of the
Yeah,
episode.
is
So
it going to
enjoy the rest
be?
of it.
Yeah, so enjoy
Yeah,
the
throw
rest
it
of
in
the
the stairs.
episode.
Enjoy the
Hasta
rest
la
of the
vista.
episode.
We love you the most. Can't
Bye.
remember what we talked about, but I'm sure it was great.
Bye. Sure.
Welcome back to the
Welcome to the
Pay Attention podcast.
podcast.
I feel like people know our voices, but if you've never heard an episode before, I'm Rebecca
And I'm
Bex
Neve or Niv.
Slay.
Why do I call myself Neve? My name isn't Neve. My name's Neve.
I
That's
know
not my name.
sometimes people pronounce it differently. It depends where in the country you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Munster, obviously, so it is Neve. Oisín and like nobody says Oisín and Neve in Tiernan Óg. They say Neve, Neve and Oisín in Tiernan Óg.
Neve, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say
yeah.
Neve, unless depending who I'm talking to.
And everyone thinks because I'd hate to bring my Instagram back up again, but because it's Niv on Instagram, people think that I'm calling myself Neve, but I'm not. It's Niv.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so NIV is Niv.
Niv, yeah.
Why am I only learning this?
Really? Did you not
I thought it
know
was just
that?
like you wanted to pronounce like Neve, like your name.
No, because people will call it Neve then. No, it's yeah, it's Niv because my nickname used to be Nim. Like all my childhood friends would call me Nim, but then all my college friends called me Niv.
You've definitely told this before, but in my name, like when I see your Instagram, I still pronounce it like your name. But
Really?
maybe
That's
that's
so
like I
funny.
pronounce
No,
it
I
Neve.
know a lot of people do that, so that's why I was like, oh, people probably think that that's my name, but it's not. Yeah,
Back this week. It is
yeah.
hot. There's a weather warning in Italy.
It's literally pissing raining again in Ireland. Like, isn't I literally had to take the towel, like, I washed a load of these blankets. I had to take them off the line because I put them out yesterday evening and typical Irish weather. I literally went to bed and I was like, I fucking left those things on the line. And I went in, I was
Nothing
like,
worse.
that'll be grand. I'll get them in the morning. Woke up this morning and it was like pissing rain. And then no, but then it dried up, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna let them sort themselves out. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I literally, it got dull there a while ago. I had to go out and get them, and Riley's coming in now, so I reckon it's raining. No, it is raining. Very dull, Rebecca. That's probably why, guys. I'm very dark
You're
of heart.
very like winter vibes. Like your vibes are like cozy autumn,
Oh, you would
winter.
eat this living room up right now if you saw it, Rebecca. The cozy lamps are on. I've got the main curtains closed over here. Virgin River paused on the TV. The whole house is literally dark. It gets dark before 10 now, basically. It feels like it's November. It's just, this is the best summer I think I've ever had in my life, personally. Like, no joke. No joke. And everyone's listening, oh my God, what the da, 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 da." I'm a cold weather lover. This is my shit. This
Yeah,
is
you should just move to like maybe
Norway
not
or somewhere.
yeah, like somewhere in the Nordic area.
I think we should do like a ski holiday sometime, but like maybe not ski, just
I
drink.
adore I adore skiing.
Do you? Well,
Ski holidays are so good.
I
So
really
much
want to,
fun.
I really want to learn how to snowboard.
That's harder,
I know, but
allegedly.
I just find, with the pizza and the chips of it all, the pizza chips,
Yeah,
the
but that's just to slow down and you know,
I know, but then don't you have the poles and stuff? Is that too much going on? I'm not really hand-eye coordinated too well.
you don't have to use poles. And also like see with the snowboarding, it's like your two legs are one leg. So can you skateboard?
Okay. Can I skateboard? No.
So it's like, the same kind of maneuver.
I just feel like I'm so
Whereas, the way
confident.
rollerblading is like your left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. So that's
Yeah.
more like skiing. And then
Okay.
snowboarding is more like skateboarding, is how
Okay.
I would. Not that I've been skiing in the last 10 years, but
I think I might get lessons in the Chill Factor in Manchester.
the
That could be a good
chin,
idea.
the
The Chill
chill.
Factor. There's like an indoor snowboard
I thought you
area.
said the chin factor. I was like, that's such a weird name for a ski place, but okay.
I remember I was supposed to go on a date at one time, and I was like, no, let's not. And he was like, no, no, come on, let's go. And I was like, because I was saying that I really wanted to learn how to snowboard. And he was like, no, 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 like, let's go. And I was like, I'll actually give you the ick. So let's not. I know I'll be face planted every 2 seconds. Uh-oh.
Oopsie. No, ski holidays are great. I went on a lot when I was younger.
Oh, you did actually. You were always on them.
Yeah, we used to like group ones, back in the times of the Celtic Tiger. We used to go on group ski holidays with like all my parents and all their friends and all the kids. It was a time. Like one year we did a chalet.
I was only talking about
It's
the
giving
Celtic Tiger
Wham
recently.
music
Was it you I was
video.
talking about it with? I feel like I only talked about it 2 days ago again. Maybe it was to one of the
No, it
boys.
wasn't it wasn't me recently.
I was like, bring it back. Like, why didn't we get to experience it? Like, oh,
Sorry, like it's actually mad.
yeah,
Like
it's insane.
they were throwing money at you left, right.
Yeah, I love that. I'd love if they do that to me now. I'd love a bit of that, bit of money, like.
But I feel like if the government started throwing money at us now, you'd be wary. Like, what are they
Yeah, what are they
like?
up to?
What are they up to?
Mm,
You know? Because
yeah, I
before
agree.
they did it, they were stupid. It was they didn't have enough. It was from a place of stupidity. Whereas
Mm.
now, I feel like if they did it, it would be like some form of control, tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, you're right there, actually. That's so true. Because they don't be giving the money out, like. And do you remember with the whole COVID thing? Sorry, guys, I'm gonna move. I keep moving because this isn't my usual setup. Do you remember they like during
Oh, I
the
like that.
cozy, I threw my legs up. I'm
And
like
the lights
really.
in the background actually really work with the lighting.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Perfect.
might work.
You're
That might work.
gorgeous.
I'm sitting on something really uncomfortable, but you know me, I'm too lazy now to stick my hand underneath and figure out what I'm sitting on. I bet you it's the remote. Um, but
Nothing
yeah,
under.
if they started handing out money to us now, I'd be like, "What's going on here? You're lying to
What's
us. What's
going on? It's
happening?"
kind of fishy.
It's kind of fishy, but it's so funny. I was like, no, do you know who I was talking to one of the boys about this because he said that he's in this like Facebook group and he put in this post or whatever. I need to read some of them out to you. They're so funny, but it's like essentially going on about how people got away with murder, like during the Celtic Tiger, like and if they cheated on the missus, they just take her to Brown Thomas and buy her something. And that's the equivalent of like what me and my friend Dara always say, like, when you see this couple online and like he's cheated on her, everyone knows he's cheated on her, but he comes back with a fake Louis Vuitton bag and gives it to her, and she puts it up in her story saying, "Boy did good."
That's so like 2016 coded. You
So
know what I mean?
2016 coded, like,
Like Christmas, the
yeah,
boyfriend who like notoriously is cheating, like
notoriously is
has this
cheated on you.
living room filled with presents
Yeah, matching PJ sets, like
under the tree.
under the tree, the Michael Kors watch of it all. Do you remember the River Island bags as well? They were such a statement.
The River Island, I had so many, and like they weren't cheap.
No,
Like
they
a
were
River
not
Island
cheap.
bag would run you 50 to 70 euro, like, and
50 to
that was back
75,
then
yeah. Yeah, and then the purse on top of it, so you're looking at about 100 euro, like.
for a
What were
River
we?
Island. Like the
I wouldn't
downfall
mind,
of
but if
River Island is crazy.
oh, that needs to be studied. Are they part of the Arcadia group, though, I wonder?
I don't know what
You'd
that
know that.
is.
Oh no, you would. Do you not? I was sitting on
I
the
know
week.
the luxury house umbrellas from working in luxury makeup with and but so I'd know like LVMH, L'Oreal, but clothing,
Mm.
clothing is not my strong
So
suit.
Katie actually, who listens to this, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. I was just about to read out who she used to work
Reverse.
for. Um, I know
We're
she's
no
gonna
reverse
listen to
on that one.
she's gonna listen to this and text me and be like, "You're so funny that you just stopped yourself mid sentence." But what's it called? Yeah, the study of River Island downfall needs to be like it needs to be studied so much. I was only thinking because I saw like this TikTok today, like when I was in college in 2014, I remember getting like because many of you won't know this, but I actually went to college and dropped out in the first week and then went back a year later to go to Galway. Nobody ever sees that as part of my lore. My lore is always just that I went to
I
Galway.
remember that part of your lore. I remember you dropping out because I
Yeah.
remember, like, obviously we weren't friends at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like you were gone and then you left, and it was like a very fast turnaround, and everyone was like, "Oh, why did?" Because you left. Dropping out is one thing, but dropping out after a week is
Oh yeah,
like,
that was
I
wild
love
of
that
me.
though. That's
I
way more fun
know.
than doing a year. Like,
I literally was just like, ew, this is just so not for me. Like, literally from the very, very, very start. But it was so funny because, sorry, did I ruin the light in there? I feel like I did.
see, sometimes it's just when you're wearing black, but maybe it'll take the camera a second to focus.
Sorry, guys. I'm
It's
so
okay.
uncomfortable here as well, but I can't leave because the dogs will literally be singing a tune to get me downstairs. Um, I was just thinking like it's oh
Oh,
here
it's
we go.
fixed. Slay.
It's so funny because I was just thinking like when I went to college, like to Mary I, there was like a freshers pack, and in it there used to be this nightclub called Crush 87, I think. And they had like this is how long ago I was in college. A burnt disc CD, right? Of like a mix on it. So you could put it in your car. But I remember at the time when I lived in city campus, there was like I had a speaker that played CDs as well. That's how old I am. Can you imagine that?
But that like for 2014, like I feel like CDs were almost definitely gone. Like
Yeah, you
I
would
feel like
think.
maybe still in use, but not as common.
Not as common, yeah, but like I
But if
remember
you were a
getting it and
CD,
thinking this is
yeah.
so cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Um, and it really made me like think back to other things in college. And I remember the black chokers we used to wear on nights out.
They had a moment. They came back. They came
Moment.
back so hard. There was one like cemented to my neck for a while. Like
Oh,
never took it
same.
off.
Same, covered in makeup, then mind you, like
And also like they don't like suit me.
they
Like
don't
they'd
suit me
cut my face in
either.
half.
I think it's because we've got round faces.
Maybe.
What were we doing? Like it was like I remember like one point I'd like take a photo and you could see my neck folding up.
Yeah, like literally over the thing being like
Yeah, and
not cute.
another thing is, do you remember those green bombers? The green bombers and the black bombers, and then the Adidas Superstar shoes. They were a vibe at the time.
Adidas Superstars, I do. It's
Yeah,
just so funny to me that like I think especially in Ireland,
yeah.
like if like everyone just wears has the same style. Like at that
Everyone.
age.
Yeah,
Like
everyone.
absolutely everyone. Maybe now it's different because like Gen Z are absolutely cooler. But
Yeah.
back then, everyone just wore the same thing. And
I
it's because we're
know.
smaller, like Abercrombie, when Abercrombie came to Ireland,
Yeah.
like wow. And if you had
That's
Abercrombie before that,
you're ahead of the curve, like.
your daddy was paying those taxes and duties to get it in.
Facts. But no, it's crazy to even think like Instagram wasn't even that massive back then. I think I would have gotten Instagram in 2011, 2012, and then 2014 I was in college. Like it still wasn't a thing. It was like 2016 when it took off.
Mm. I was an early adopter, absolutely, of Instagram. I
But
can't
like
remember.
when I was in I remember like no, I'm not even saying that out loud. I don't want anyone to ever know. It doesn't matter
You're
anyway
like,
because I
I
won't say
actually
it
don't
on.
remember anything, and we're moving on from this subject.
But I remember Facebook was such a massive thing when I was in psychology as well. And whenever you added someone, everyone would be like commenting on
Oh,
it.
because
Oh,
the
is this her?
friendship used to come off.
Yeah, do you remember that?
When you were talking about the
Okay.
Facebook groups there, actually, in my brain, I was like, do people still use Facebook groups? But they
Some
do.
some
I don't
wretched
have the
shit
app
was
on my
written in
phone.
our Facebook group. I do. I mean, like me. Like, this is the
Me,
most
like, let me pull it up.
this is the most uncomfortable podcast I've ever done. Oh, don't know what I dropped there. That was definitely my Apple Watch. For fuck's sake. Do 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 do. Sorry, work. 2 seconds.
That is
Hold on
no
for
problem.
paragraph
She's
or
a
two where you have one, two,
business
three, but it will
girl.
be a bit later. Okay, perfect. Let me just text him back.
I feel very nauseous all of a sudden.
Do you, Angel? Is it the heat?
I don't think so. Do you know what? I think it is. I cooked Abdullah this fucking concoction for lunch, and I tasted a bit, and I think it did something to my stomach, honestly.
Really, just didn't
I think
suit
I'm
you.
after poisoning myself.
Okay, let me get up one of the Facebook groups I was in. There's this one was called Gorton Carba. Gorton Carba 2016 to 2017.
No way. There's still like a college Facebook group that people use.
Yeah, no, it's still here. Like everyone had writing it being like selling an anti-social acid ticket, which is like a collective in Galway,
Yeah.
and all this. And then it'd be so funny if it'd be like anyone having afters going, anyone selling Alan Fitz tickets, racist tickets going. Does anyone in Gord have a HDMI cable like a bar for tonight by any chance? And then all these things mean like house party and so and so. If anyone knows of a private house looking for another tenant and all these like random things, where's this?
I know Facebook groups are handy when you like move to a new city.
Yeah.
You know, like Irish in Sydney, Irish in Melbourne, etc., 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 Irish in Dubai.
So funny. Look at this. House party starting back up again in 35. Cops are gone. Everyone welcome for a boogie.
Wait, so
So
are these
bad.
from 2016,
Yeah,
2017?
literally. They're all
That's
there's so many different ones.
hilarious.
After party question mark. Any after parties going? 10 comments. Any after parties tonight? Pre's in 61 if you're looking, there'll be techno and amp. House 37 tomorrow. And then it's like this bike was taken from outside at a house party, whatever, yada yada. Like all of them are just anyone have a PS3 controller cable like a bar just
Not the
random shit.
PS3.
Yeah, I was just thought it was crazy that we used to just openly write in Facebook like, oh, anyone have a house party? The guards are gone there, you come over, like
Or like,
so
but it,
crazy,
yeah,
like
writing that or just like sharing our feelings like via statuses.
yeah,
Like I was such a
insanity.
status girly.
I look back at some of mine and I was just like eye roll. You know, if I could actually go back and like give my teenage self a smack, I would severely beat her. Like, no joke. I
I just
would.
don't think I was mentally there because I was put on the strongest pill at age 12. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I had to have been hormones because I was also on the pill
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what I mean. I think my like the hormones, like
Yeah.
God knows who that girl was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I'd let my daughter go on the pill, you know.
No, absolutely not. Like
I'd be like,
hard
if
no.
you can go on something else if you want, but there's no way you're going on that. Like,
I don't think because sorry, they're still only finding things out. Did you see the thing recently that Tampax
Tampax. Oh
contains?
my God.
Because Mackenzie was here at the weekend. She came back from the supermarket and was like, "Oh my God, these Tampax were on sale for 50 cents." She was like, because I was telling her how cheap Rome is. And she's
Yeah.
like, "No, this is another level." But, and I only heard that about Tampax today. So I was like, ah, I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
50-cent
27% lead.
tampons.
27% percentage. I think it's 27 or something percent lead or something is in it. Or else
I
it was,
did go through like a free bleeding era. And I think
yeah.
I might try bring that back as much as possible because like, ew, lead
I
there.
know. I find free bleeding like so like this. Sorry for any of the gays that listen to this podcast because this is honestly a segment you don't want to hear about, but it's so hard to predict. Like
See, I know on days 2 and 3, that's
that's the day you
that's
can.
that's the day I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm the
my day one
opposite.
is like a little sneak peek, like nothing really has happened.
What? No,
Yeah, my day one is like a sneak peek. My day two is not cute.
my day one is honestly like somebody has broken into the fucking house and literally ransacked the whole house and has broken everything that's inside of it. And literally the house is like on fire.
I
But
actually
then
really love your analogy of the house. And
literally, but then day two is like the day two is like the aftermath. The guards have come, the firemen have
guards are
come,
to be rang.
the insurance company has come, like literally.
The guards are to be rang. So that's
So that's day two. And then day three, it's gone.
I love that.
I know. But you know, the week before I get my period is like non-stop throw up,
Grow up.
throwing up, can't keep food down. It's so hormonal, like it's crazy. Crying at everything. That's how I know it's coming. I was like, oh, I'm crying.
Throwing up is awful.
Oh yeah, I know. It's awful. And also I find that my cramps when I'm ovulating are way worse than my period cramps. Somebody said that's like there's a name for that, but I don't know what that's called. Is
PMDD, but that's
that
like
PMDD?
PMDD. Well, PMDD is more signs of like depression.
Oh no. Mine's like there's a name for when you get more worse pain in your ovulation than anything else.
Oh, ovulation pain. See,
Yeah.
I swear to God, my raspberry leaf tea magnesium bisglycinate combo kills that for me.
I need to stock up on the raspberry leaf tea. I said it last time when I was on this, but I need to again. So come here, are you going to fill me in on this whole Alyssa Violet, Brooke, Schofield, Drams? Because me no
I
know.
absolutely will. I was trying to Google. Do you know when someone calls you and you try to Google the
Yeah,
number
to see if they're a
like an
scammer.
adult?
Yeah.
No, zero results. Anyway, very weird. So we'll never know who that is. I'll ring them back after. So, right. It started with Tana Mojo,
Mm.
my queen, my love. I can't wait. I've been refreshing because the new episode of Cancel That comes out. Like they're gonna have to talk about it, even though I
Is
think
it
they're
out
like
today?
cute. I don't know. They Cancel just drops the episode. Like they don't have a consistent
Mm.
schedule. Like they drop like random days of the week at random times.
Yeah.
But it's not out yet. But basically, so you know Jason Nash.
Mm-hmm.
So he was with Trisha Paytas before, and also, so his thing, he was with the David Dobrik crew,
Mm.
and he doesn't do that anymore. So he goes live on TikTok to make money. Like that's how he says he earned, like he like asks for gifts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Dana like always kind of plays fun in it, like being like, at least I'm
Mm.
not Jason Nash. And she made a video the last day being like, if you're down bad today, like if you're feeling shit, just be like, at least you're not Jason Nash begging kids for money on TikTok kind of
Mm.
thing. And then Alyssa Violet makes this video and she's like, why are we shaming people for making an honest living?
Is that an
He's
honest living?
that's so LA coded, like
That is
thinking
so
like could
funny.
go on to indeed.com and applied.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like I get making money on social media is amazing, but like kids funding your lifestyle with their gifts,
Yeah, like getting a kid to pay you money is like insane to me. Like, what are you doing?
insane because like who else would give gifts?
Yeah, and he's asking for these big ones from what I've heard as well.
Strange,
Like he's
strange. And
asking
like,
for this specific name. Say if it was like a unicorn. Oh, we need another unicorn,
oh
guys. Come
yeah.
on.
And then it's like all these little rich kids obviously would like beg their parents, being like, oh, I need a unicorn for my TikTok game. You know what I mean? And it's going to Jason Nash. Anyway, Alyssa Violet makes a video basically saying, like, Tana, like, calm down, like, you're one to talk. But
Mm,
then in turn goes to shame Tana, goes to slut shame Tana and be like, we can't all
yes.
sell our assholes on OnlyFans and make a million. Which,
Like,
number one, Tana actually famously doesn't show below the belt on OnlyFans.
yeah.
You wouldn't, like, she has said that so many times.
Yeah,
But
she
either
has.
way, even if she did or if she didn't. But number two, how are you going to make a video like giving out and then shaming
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
like, if
same
you're giving out about somebody making an honest living who's taking literal money from kids, but you can turn around to someone who
and
obviously
slut shame them?
works on OnlyFans and then you slut shame them, it's kind of like you're shooting yourself in the foot because everything, or your whole point here now is now like
Yeah,
not even valid. Like, you know what I mean?
exactly. And also, like Tana has said famously, the reason she made OnlyFans was because like men were screenshotting her Instagram content, sending it back to her, and like sending pictures of their hard penis or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do it anyway. So she was like, might as well make a buck.
She
And
might as well monetize off it, like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
because men are strange.
Yeah,
Either
weird.
way, so
So weird.
your
So
quote
weird.
today actually killed me.
What quote?
Every day men make me more asexual or something.
Oh yeah, what was I was like, every day a man gives me a reason to be asexual or something. I've been on fire with quotes recently. I don't know where they're coming from.
That one liner killed me.
No,
That
no, but
I laughed out. I
that
love a good
thing,
one liner.
that thing really fucking said. Oh yeah, I said, what is it?
It's
Where
on my
is it?
close friends
What is
if
it?
you want to access it easier.
Every day men give me another reason to be asexual. I don't think I'm in your close friends anymore because my new page.
Oh,
You need to
oh
add
my
me.
God.
Yeah. This
This
happened
needs
to
to
so
be
many the other
rectified.
because one of the lads was like, "Oh, I put up a story of me talking. Will you go check if it's okay?" And I was like, "Babe, I can't see it." And he was like, "No, no, no, it's up. Like other people have seen it." And he was like, "Oh my God, your new page isn't in my
I
close friends."
literally didn't even think that. I literally just re-added you right this second.
Thanks, Queen.
Um, so
But
either
yeah,
way, that was terrifying. That thing that happened earlier.
yeah,
Back to Tana.
Tana.
So Alyssa makes this, and then of course Brooke immediately like claps in and is like, listen, like don't throw rocks if you're in a glass house or something like that. Because basically Alyssa Violet was on Depop allegedly a few
I
months
remember
ago.
this. So I see. So I'd know
I
more
don't know
about
this part.
that. Yeah. So
I don't
I know that. So I'll tell you that in a second. Yeah.
Yeah, so Brooke goes in and basically is like, Alyssa, like a few months ago, was like selling dresses and being like, when I was wearing this dress, I found out a whore was fucking my boyfriend, kind of thing.
But she would then be like, and that whore's name is da da da. So she was naming
Yeah.
the people, and she was like, "Oh, wore this dress and one night felt really good, and then I found out that like, oh, until this bitch or whatever." I might be completely rephrasing what she said, but she was basically naming the people in
She was basically using Depop to out people.
out people, like, because she just thought it was like a good way to do it. She's kind of irrelevant. I know this sounds so bad, but like,
Oh my God, I saw a TikTok today, right? And the girl made, I'm coming off your point of irrelevancy. So a girl made a TikTok basically saying like, Alyssa, like, come on, like, what are you, like, that's so
yeah,
LA. And then Alyssa commented, oh, what did she say? Alyssa like clapped back. And then the girl made a video and was like, listen, you obviously don't have a lot going on right now and like free Palestine. Like if you want to
yes.
really like it was something like that. It must be
Mm,
like, oh, because she was like, where were you? Where were you when Jason Nash was doing this, that, the other? Like, why are you only chiming in
yeah.
now? Kind of thing. Oh, I'll put the TikTok in if I can find it. It was brilliant. Her clapback was so good. But yeah, she obviously doesn't have a lot going on.
She doesn't. She's been irrelevant really for years. But there was one thing, and sorry, that was really mean of me to say, but it's true. She's really, truly, whoever her manager is not managing her correctly because she hasn't had anything really going for her.
Who is Alyssa Violet? That's like genuinely.
So she was going out with Jake Paul. Then the Paul brothers had a
Um,
fight. Logan Paul made a
oh,
diss
and
song
she
against
came for
Jake.
Tana.
She was in the video then. So basically, she was with Jake. Then it was in the video with Paul. Then she was going out with FaZe Banks for 2 or 3 years. Then they broke up. And then I don't know who she was with afterwards. Pretty much since she broke up with FaZe Banks, she's been on the decline. But I wondered, did she have a thing against Tana? Because obviously Tana has been with FaZe Banks and so has she's also been with Jake.
Was
So
Tana with Jake before or after Alyssa?
after. And she was at FaZe Banks
Oh, so then
after.
sure, Alyssa obviously has
Yeah.
like just say we're a chest then. Like, don't pretend like you're defending
Yeah.
Jason Nash. Like, just like
Yeah.
she
Don't use
obviously
him
doesn't
as
like Tana.
you don't like her like you don't need to like use a man to propel you into saying that. But there was one thing that like kind of annoyed me because I saw people being like, yeah, like I'm so team Tana, but like Alyssa was right because on her Snapchat story she like, well, first of all, what really annoyed me about the whole thing is Alyssa came in and was like, oh, I'm unsubscribing from all this drama. You started it. You can't just start something and not finish it. Like, do you know what I mean? That annoys me. Then the second thing is she put up a story basically being like, oh, she like made this TikTok calling this girl a pick me who literally did want like was just chilling in a tree in nature, and she like Tana called her pick me. I was like, at the end of the day, every single woman on earth has been a pick me at one point in their life. We've all done something that we have not said out loud and been a pick me. Tana's been a pick me. Tana openly says she's been a pick me. Like for people to call at the girls out and be like, "Oh, you're so pick me." Everybody has been a pick me. Alyssa, you've also been a pick me. So at the end of the day, can we stop making being a pick me a bad thing to women? Like we've all done it. Just some of us have kept it in the closet and not told or
It's literally
spoken
just
about it out loud.
internalized misogyny.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm
And
like,
also, it's perspective.
yeah,
Like, I could be
100%.
doing something because I want to do something, but someone else could view it as me being a pick me.
100%.
Like, I wear
100%.
low cut tops all the time because they suit me. I'm
Yeah,
not being a pick me going out with my boobs out all the time because I'm like, ooh, men thinks my boobs are hot.
yeah,
Like, I would rather they don't
100%.
stare.
Literally, like,
You
literally.
know what I mean?
I know. Everyone does something they think like. Sure, people
Boobs
probably
were
thought when I
really.
started supporting Man City that I was doing it being a pick me, but at the end of the day, I was drunk and I bought the tickets and they gave me a shiny new member card, and now I'm just subscribed to them for.
And you do love like
I
when
do
I
love football.
soccer, I keep calling it soccer, but it is
Yeah.
soccer, but it's football. But
Yeah.
like when I text you being like Netherlands were what should I say? Netherlands were robbed because that lovely
Yeah.
young guy tried to because
No.
I saw one snippet of a game. I texted Neve being like, Netherlands were robbed. She was like, oh my God, I haven't seen it yet. But like, where are they in the table now? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa.
was like, what group were they in? And she was just like, what? I was like,
All I
I'm
know is that Netherlands were robbed and that the young boy looked very sad.
I was on FaceTime to my mom, was it like a few days ago? And because we've a big family group chat, like extended cousins and everything.
Yeah.
And we were all texting in about the match between England and Switzerland because obviously my auntie lives in Switzerland. I have a Swiss cousin, and
Yes.
then I've also English family who live in England. So it was like very back and forth. And then like I was like being like, oh, I don't want like Bukayos, I think is I can't say his first name, but Saka basically. Him and some other black players went up. I don't know, was it the Euros or the World Cup, and they went up and took the penalties and they lost, and the racial abuse that they got was not even okay, like as in you couldn't even fathom how bad the racial abuse that they got was. And I was just saying, oh, if this comes down to penalties, I really hope they don't send up Saka, because like, it shouldn't have to fall on his shoulders again, the abuse he got last time, yada yada. But anyway, so then it did come down to penalties. Didn't Saka go up and he got it in, and then he made this like class story the next day, and I was like, yeah. So happy for him. But England won
We
anyway.
love to see it.
Yeah,
We
but
absolutely love to see it.
sorry for that wee segment about
Sorry,
football,
do you
but
know what
yeah.
I loved to see Ronaldo crying?
Was he crying?
We love to see a bad man down. Yeah, he was bawling. He
Was he?
was
Why?
bawling because he did he miss? He missed. But
He
then he
missed.
did get a goal in penalties, but he missed a goal in Portugal versus someone. But he was bawling,
Okay. That's
bawling.
Mbappe hasn't really scored either. He got like one penalty, I think, so far in the whole thing, and everyone was like, why hasn't he been scoring?
I don't know that, but I
Now that
love
you
your
know.
love of soccer, football.
Yeah, it's a
I
rat.
watched two segments. The Netherlands guy lose the ball and Ronaldo crying.
So good.
And
So,
England
so
winning,
good. And England
which,
winning, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, we
We
can't win them
can't
all, can
support
we?
them. It's so
I
funny
love how
because it's,
we both just go, and
yeah.
England winning.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like like you can't like, just from a patriotic perspective, you really shouldn't be supporting England. Like, you know what I
I'm
mean?
not supporting. The only
No, I
reason I
know, but
want,
that's why I'm saying the two of us were kind of like, oh
oh
yeah.
yeah, no, we that like literally to UK man's dad. I literally was like,
Weak.
I'm not gonna say I hope they win, but I hope you enjoy the game.
Yeah. That was so nice. That was a well played. Well
I thought it was
played.
funny too. I wanted to add in like,
Yeah.
the girl's
You're
funny.
so quirky and random.
It's so quirky and funny. Like as an Irish person, you can't be like, "Ooh, I hope England win in the game." Like, no, I
Never. You
don't.
can't
I'm not
support
gonna
them
lie.
either. No.
No, we
I'm
couldn't. Our ancestors would roll in their graves.
roll in their graves. Come here to me, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Barbie, Nicki the Harajuku. What was she thinking? One thing about Irish people, because I know we have a lot of American, Canadian, Australian, UK,
Worldwide.
worldwide listeners. Um, One thing about the Irish is we are painful for timekeeping, right? It is one of our things that we just, I don't know why we're like this, but we just really don't like when people don't respect other people's time. Nicki Minaj sold out Malahide Castle, which is like 45,000 people. Let's just put that into perspective. And she made them wait. She was tweeting out happy birthday 50 Cent backstage.
No, I
No,
didn't
she was
know.
there. She just didn't want to go
So
on.
50 Cent is a cancer.
Is he?
Anyway, go on. We'll
Didn't know
divulge
that.
that
I would have
after.
never put him down as a cancer, but that's really interesting. But yeah, so she was doing it, and then at 9:50 she came out, and then like 10:50 she had to stop because the not like the curfew, the sound curfew was
Yeah,
on. She only played like 13 songs, and partly she had like so many outfit changes. Everyone was like, what was that? But then the diehard Barbs were like, oh, love it. Now, in fairness, the crowd sounded really loud, and she did be like, oh, Ireland won, whatever, yada yada. But apparently half the people left, they were like, I'm not waiting for her to come out. Yeah,
that's, you know what? This is why we have Taylor Swift in the world.
I know, I
But
know.
also, it's so funny. I saw someone saying, like, I love how Ireland, like, is single-handedly trying to take down Nicki Minaj's career because she was too hard. Like,
Literally
people were going
insane.
crazy. Because it was like an old rock star thing to do.
Yeah,
Like, in the olden days, the rock stars would like
yeah.
notoriously be late on stage. Whereas I feel like now, with like so many people traveling to concerts, like public
Mm,
transport, like you can't fuck
you
around.
can't. Yeah. Although I will say, obviously, there's this like, no, before I say anything, don't jump down my throat, because I love the Swifties and I love Taylor Swift, and I would like to see her in concert. So just keep all of this into perspective when I'm about to say something.
I'm just intrigued how you're relating it to Nicki Minaj, but okay.
I saw this thing today basically saying that like well, it was like last night. Sabrina and Chapel Rowan were the only two women in the Billboard top 10 in the top 100.
Yeah.
And somebody had said, "Watch now, that billionaire lady will drop something." No, no word of a lie. Ten hours later, she dropped the acoustic version with Post Malone of the thing.
She's trying to outdo Eminem. So she's
Is
not
she?
going for that chart. So basically, she was only a few weeks ago,
But she'd still end up in that
like
chart.
last
That's
week
the
or the
only
week
thing.
before, she was less, she was almost 2 million streams away from beating Eminem in the top, like, listen to person, like, ever. That
Hmm.
album being like the
Okay.
top. So that's what she's going for, allegedly. She's not playing like down low. But also she always does that.
Yeah, but I also think when is enough? Do you know what I mean? No, I love her, so I don't want you to be like, oh, but she can do that because she like, and I wrote a whole article about it on LinkedIn. And I said the only reason why Taylor Swift does it is because she can, and she can do it, and
Yeah.
she will continue to do it. But I just think, at what point do we think that that's monopolizing an industry? And for somebody who was a victim, in the sense of like how, like, she literally had to go into hiding for 2 years. She was the one who was silenced. Like, I feel like she's getting to a point where she is becoming the thing that she hated the most. Like, she is really taking over and not really leaving a lot of room for other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also no, like I genuinely like she's like Beatles, you know. I think she's so a league of her. Like that's what they like, it's just business, I think. And
But
I
that's what
don't
I'm
like, I think
saying.
she's so for the girls. Like I think she's
I don't
so,
agree. I don't think she's for the
yeah,
girls at all. I
I think
don't. I
she
don't think she
is.
is.
But I think she's selective who she is because of her time in the
Mm,
industry and just what she's been. I think the 2 years that she was like shunned just
mm,
really like made her be like, listen, so many people aren't going to be for you at the end of the day. And no matter,
mm.
like, she's always at award shows. She's the only one who stands up and like sings along to absolutely everyone. Like, I think she's
I
very
think that
supportive,
is
but I
all well
also
and good,
think,
but you also have to give people their time to
yeah,
shine. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she's doing a world tour. She's dropped the thing. I think since she's dropped Tortured Poets Department, she's dropped like, I think 30 variants of it, between like
yeah,
cassettes, tapes, vinyls, yada yada, remakes, longer versions of XYZ, whatever. And like, I completely get that she wants to like go for a thing, but like, she's already in a league of her own. I just think, at what point, because you say now in like the aviation industry, there is regulations where you cannot monopolize that industry. Say,
hmm,
for example, Ryanair wanted to buy Aer Lingus. The European Court of Justice said you can't do that because we can't monopolize that. There's been
hmm,
loads of things. I think it was like American tobacco. Like, there's loads of different industries, when we look at, they're heavily regulated to
hmm.
prevent for things happening the same way as what Taylor Swift is doing to the music industry. Now, that's not saying that, like, she should stop what she's doing and being an artist. But I think, at what point do you take a step back and say, okay, I've been at this how many years? I've sold out world tours, I've created this legacy that truly has built the best fandom or whatever.
Hmm.
But because it's so large, I think she really needs to, like, she's swimming in some ethical murky waters, and she really needs to kind of review it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. But also when you think about it, Eras is her first tour to ever do this.
Mm,
Before she was very like people like it was uncool to like Taylor Swift. Like
mm,
all her re-records are going so, so far. But
yeah.
her original albums like didn't do half. So I think this is actually her biggest moment in history. Like before, she was like
Mm,
1989, all her original albums never got to what the Tortured Poets Department is like currently doing. Like
yeah.
Midnight's didn't even go that far. So I think
True.
to
Yeah.
break that, and also, like, would we ask Drake to do it? Would we ask a soccer
Okay,
player
but
to do it?
that's fair enough. But when you look at what she's done since
Yeah,
April, she blocked Billie Eilish. She's blocked Charlie XCX, and now she's also blocked two other female artists. And
yeah.
that's just since April. She's blocked four female artists from getting a number one that they deserve. You know what I
I know,
mean?
but she's getting the streams are from the original album. Like she's dropping the new variants, but this like she's on tour, so
Mm.
naturally it's going to happen. Like if
Yeah,
you're
but she knows
touring,
what she's doing when she's doing that as well. Do you know what I mean? Now, again, like, I'm not
yeah,
saying it in a thing. I'm just saying, from an ethical business perspective, like, it's not a good look for her brand. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I
yeah.
mean.
I don't know. I don't. I think like it's the original album that's getting all the like streams. So like all these
Mm,
extra ones like aren't counting towards the original album. It's the
But
original
that's not what
album
I'm
that's,
saying. I'm saying when she's
yeah.
dropping them, it's driving the attention towards that song.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why they're coming back into the charts. And the reason why they're able to come back into the charts and position so highly is because it's the original song with the millions and billions of streams
Yeah.
that are already on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's
Yeah.
dropping the new version. What I'm saying is, she's doing these things to
Yeah.
drive
But
the energy towards them.
yeah, but also like Swifties are like I've listened to Tortured
Yeah,
Poets on repeat for days on end. You know what I mean?
of
And I think
course. Yeah,
like I love Billie Eilish and I love Charlie XCX, but
yeah,
I wouldn't stream their album for days on end. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I think it's a
yeah.
different listening because
But see,
people,
you're going to
yeah,
be diehard from that perspective, and I get it. But I
yeah,
like I do think that, and like I said before I started this thing, like I still want to see her in concert.
yeah,
I still love the Swifties and all of this.
yeah,
I still love what she's done for charities, but it doesn't take away that she's monopolizing the industry. And sometimes you just have to kind of call it and say, "Oh, what you're doing is kind of wrong."
yeah.
But I hope somebody pulls her on that because that's not really
Yeah,
fair.
I genuinely think she's playing in like bigger leagues than other like
Well,
smaller
they're
artists.
well
And then
to be fair, Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter, they're all playing in the same league as her,
yeah.
really, and they're
Well,
all in the Billboard. Like
Sabrina
Billie Eilish and
Carpenter
them. Billie
is,
Eilish, you
yeah.
can't call Billie Eilish like smaller than. Do you know what I mean?
No,
She's got
no,
a
no.
fandom as well.
No, but I mean that like her, like she's breaking like Beatles level records as opposed
Yeah.
to like, you know, getting like the first number one. But also like Sabrina Carpenter is like she does, like she brought Gracie Abrams on stage and
Okay,
like
but
obviously
where's
Gracie
like
Abrams, like,
that doesn't matter when she's blocking people from getting number
oh,
ones
I
that they
know.
deserve. I know you're like she's like Beatles level, but what she's doing is blocking somebody getting a number one they deserve. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but if they like, I think at the end of the day, that's the music and like that's the way it
Yeah.
is.
No, I know,
Like
but I just
people
think,
play for these
as
things.
someone who is supposed to be so gun-ho, like a
Yeah,
woman's woman, she's not
yeah,
really acting like one at the moment,
yeah.
unfortunately.
I don't want another summer of women against women. We had it with Taylor and Beyonce last year, and then at the end
Yeah.
of the
Here,
they went
I
together.
wasn't even thinking that about Taylor and Beyonce last year, but like, a
Oh no,
fact
I'm
is a
not saying
fact,
you.
and
I'm just saying in
you
general.
have to just look at, well, it's not women pitting women against each other. It's just when you look at it for what it is, that's what's happening, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Because I think that why women always take that take. Now, I do think between Beyonce and Taylor Swift was fucking ridiculous last year. And I said it at the time of the
it
podcast.
was ridiculous.
I was like, why are people even, they are both legends in their own right. There was no need for
Yeah,
that. But I do think that like the reason why women do it is because like women have to work like three times harder than what men have to. Do you know what
I
I
know.
mean? To get anything like so.
Yeah,
But yeah, interesting take. I did see that on Twitter and I thought, that's interesting now.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
been seeing a lot of it. Obviously when you're on like your content, like I've seen so many videos, and then when you
Yeah.
watch one video, you see about 700 videos,
Mm,
and it's like how many takes can there be?
yeah.
And
And
it's
like
like at the end of the day, all those takes and all that drama was probably pushing more listens to Taylor Swift.
100%. Oh, but this is it. It does for sure.
But
Because
yeah,
I wrote an article about it on LinkedIn. Actually, did quite well, and
yeah.
in it, I was just saying like talking about other industries that were monopolized and stuff, and like straight away, of course, like some people weren't like reading the article because if they
Oh,
did,
that's
there
the
was not
worst.
one bad thing that was said about Taylor Swift in it. Because like even
It's
in it, I
so
was like,
bad when you
because
like yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I've literally, like, it says 5 minute read on this. I've written this well. Just fucking read the article. And when she was like, they were going on and they were like, yeah, I've seen a lot of this on this anti-Taylor premise on TikTok. I was like, well, I hope that you actually read the article correctly because, this wasn't coming from an anti-Taylor perspective. I'm a fan of her myself. What I'm just saying is when we take a look at other industries, like, for example, I gave her loads of
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
things. I was like, read
I
the
know.
fucking article. Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
so hard. But then I think as well, you know, when it comes to talent industries,
Yeah.
so and also like when you look at astrology, like this is Taylor's like actual time, like based on her
Mm,
chart. So
yeah.
it's like some things are gonna happen the way they're gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
But
Interesting. Interesting.
anyways,
I follow the
yeah,
dancer, that cam guy on Instagram. He's so funny.
he is sorry, when I was there, he said, oh, what did he say? When he said Pogue Mahone in Ireland and the neck, sorry,
The
him
neck.
using the
And then
neck.
he did the Aoife McGregor thing over it. I can't believe Americans know about that. Do you don't know nothing about me. You watch them. You watch. So
So if
funny.
anyone doesn't know, it's Conor McGregor's sister's voice note to her
Mm.
dog groomer went viral and she was like going crazy. And in the voice note, she's like, the neck. So Cam screamed that at the concert. It
Mm.
was iconic. Like
Yeah.
imagine
He said, the neck of you. And then the last one, I don't know what he said. Sorry, baby, not you. She's conked your
he
neck again.
said up yours wanker at my concert. And
Did he?
Taylor like burst because obviously she's been with two London guys. She knows what like she
Mm.
wouldn't probably didn't know the neck lower or like maybe get
Yeah.
it,
What was
but
the
up
third
yours
one?
wanker,
What was the third one in
iconic.
Ireland?
Pogue Mahone, the neck. I don't know what the third one was. I didn't see much.
Oh, I don't know what the third one was actually either.
I
But
really Harry, the
Harry,
mashup that Taylor did basically on the
Ellie.
anniversary for Travis. Did
Oh,
you
I
see
know.
that?
No, I didn't. Come here.
Mixed Mary's song. You know the song, I'll be 87, you'll be 89. We're
Oh
still.
yeah.
So she mixed that with Everything Has Changed and So High School. It was
Oh,
basically like a 5 minute love song to Travis. Like
oh,
the way, and he started
cuties.
crying. People think they're
Oh,
engaged.
I think they're engaged as well.
Yeah, oh my
I
God, I
love
had such a
them.
vivid dream about Taylor Swift, not last night, the night before, that she was like looking into my eyes and talking to me. I was like working at some concert venue and I had the tickets
Hey, baby.
for the
Come here.
concert.
One
And then
turn
Taylor
now.
was there. And Travis had a 10 euro note with his face on it and gave it to me.
Weak. That is so funny. To see he was
What
wearing the Irish rugby
the
jersey.
yeah, and he loves baby Guinness.
Yeah, yeah, I hate Baby Guinness so much.
Really?
Fucking hate them. If you ever give me one, I literally guaranteed I'll throw up straight away after. Hate
It's
them.
just so funny because you drink tequila like it's water, but baby Guinness is where you draw the line.
Yeah, literally. It makes me so sick. Do you want to come over here,
I
itchy
guess it's the
girl?
cream.
Come
It's
here. Do
the
you want to come
it's
over
the milk.
here? Come here.
Who's this? Riley or
Hear that? Say hi.
hi cutie?
Hi, Bez.
Can she see
Oh,
me? No, she's looking above me. She's looking through me.
oh, my baby.
Oh dear.
Oh, she's gonna go again.
Oh my God, do you know what happened yesterday? And it's a really embarrassing story, but I wanted to tell you, but I was like, I'll tell her on the pod because it's
I'm
funny.
weak. What is it?
Yesterday,
I'm nervous. What did you
I
do?
didn't have Monster in the fridge in the morning.
Okay.
So I went around my day. I had like, I had a protein bar. I had like some high protein meals. And
Uh-huh.
then it was around 3 p.m. and I was going doing grocery shopping and going getting my fan. And I was like, I'll get a Monster on the way.
Okay.
Now, sometimes caffeine, when you have a lot of caffeine, you have a lot of protein. The concoction.
Oh, the tummy straight away. I already know where this is going.
So basically, I was drinking the Monster and like halfway through my stomach started feeling funny. And
Weak.
I kind of need to go to the bathroom, but I was like, I'm fine. So I
Weak.
keep walking because I'm like, I'm not far from my house. I don't want to go home to leave again. It was hot. I'm mid grocery store. I swear to God, I think I'm gonna like shit myself. Like I I was meditating in my
To
head in the
try
grocery
stop
store.
yourself. Oh
Being
my
like, Rebecca,
God.
you're 30 years old. You cannot like not no. Like I was
No.
wearing shorts. I was like, not
Could
here.
you have asked them for the toilet?
I don't know.
They,
Do they have one? I literally had to deep breathe. So I just went straight for the counter,
oh my
picked
God.
my stuff, and was like, I listened to meditate. I was gonna go get a lime, like a scooter or a bike.
Yeah.
I like tried to get on the bike. It was worse. And it
Oh my, yeah, because any movement that would have just been, oh my God.
was so funny. I was
Oh
like,
my
I'm nearly
God.
30 years old. I've never done that before.
Oh
And
my God.
it didn't happen. I made it home, but in by the skin of my teeth.
Oh, nothing worse.
Yeah, no, it
Truly
wasn't
nothing
great. It wasn't
worse.
a great time.
Oh, God bless you. There's literally nothing worse. Like, literally. That is actually like, that's the fuel of
Like
nightmares.
peeing
Like,
yourself is one thing,
yeah,
a little bit of dribble be great.
never happened to me. It's so annoying.
You've what?
Brill.
Did you say you've
No,
never peed yourself? It's so annoying.
no, I've never peed myself laughing. It's just because I have that I've really strong pelvic floor muscles, so I never that gorilla grip. Oh, they're really bad again at the moment, just because I've been in the gym so much and not doing my exercises. Lads, I had to go to physio before because my pelvic floor muscles were so tight that she was like, "Were you a swimmer or a dancer or anything?" I was like, "I was a dancer for years, yeah." And she goes, "Yeah, it always happens in dancers. They all have really, really." like tight cores, and I was like, well, that fucking makes sense anyway. So anyway, she like showed me like stretches I had to do before the gym. And I've stopped doing them, and I'm not joking. Sometimes I get like that cramp, and I'm like,
Yeah, your little ball you had.
yeah, I have a ball and everything I have to put on my tummy to like it. It's
What
like,
a problem to have. Like
I
it's an
know.
actual real life.
I was in physio for like 9 months over it.
You know what might fix that having a baby? Because the other way after people have a
Girl,
baby,
if I don't sort this out, I can't push a baby out. I'll have to get it. That she
you'll
said you
crush its head.
that no, it is what? No. Get that. Oh my god, I can't. I have actual tears in my eyes. Oh my god.
Crush
No, you can't even push it out. Like, as in, I'll have to get a C-section if I don't. Because so many dancers I know have had babies and like
it.
couldn't couldn't do it. So she was saying a lot of swimmers can't either because their core is just as tight. So if I
Oh,
don't
because the
figure
other
that
way
out,
when
I
women
can't push
have
it out.
babies and it's like they have to do Kegel exercises to like,
So they don't pee.
re so they
Yeah.
don't pee themselves.
Yeah.
Um,
Whereas that won't be an issue for me.
but maybe if you do get to the point where you can push a baby out without crushing its head, that you
You know what? There's so many muscles that are involved in your pelvic floor muscles, which I didn't know. Because she said, like, even like all the ones close to your pelvic floor, like your hamstrings, your glutes, like all of them,
need
they all work towards. So no wonder
jacked.
mine are so yet.
Maybe it's
And
just a bodybuilder. No, but
literally,
genuinely, like, why? Like, this goes back to women aren't taught about our bodies and their bodies
I
aren't
know.
researched enough. Like, Jesus Christ.
Because I remember even when I was younger, I thought that I'd have to do like Kegel exercises, and she was like, "Make sure you never do Kegel exercise." I was like,
Yeah, thank
"Okay."
God you didn't go down that trend. You'd be making it worse.
God, oh my God, but I would have literally been like, there's something wrong with my ovaries, take them out. And it would have just been my whole fucking thing. I actually had the follow up with the doctor, and he was like, yeah, that's brilliant that that worked for you because the other way to like sort out, because like I kept getting kidney infections. You'll actually remember last year in the podcast, I kept being like, I have another kidney infection again. It wasn't, it was, I was having really bad spasms. And the doctor was like, yeah, thank God, because if it wasn't that, it's a really long and tricky road to like get that sorted, like to the point you can get your bladder removed. Like that's how serious it is. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank God I went to physio for 9 months. So yeah, crazy. Yeah, it was very serious. I didn't even realize that.
That's intense. I
Mm.
wonder would the raspberry leaf tea help you extra then? Because women take that before they have a baby to like
Girl, we need to
get
get you a
the
brand deal with the. Oh, that's true. Actually, I must start taking it. But
get the flow going.
come here, you need a brand deal with them. How do we sort that
I
out?
tell everyone about raspberry leaf tea because it's so one thing about me,
Would you ever bring out your own brand of raspberry leaf tea? That's an idea.
it's actually really hard to get. But one thing about me is I'm not a sellout, but when I like something, I am the world's biggest
Yeah.
saleswoman. I tell, like, I've told so many people about this 11-euro fan. 11
And like me
euro.
with the air cooler last night I had on, my room was freezing. I was like, this is lovely.
It changed my life. But no, raspberry leaf tea, I'm telling you, girlies, ovulation cramps. Try raspberry leaf tea 2 weeks before
Yeah.
your period's due. Drink it every day.
Oh my
Like, or just
goodness,
drink it
yes.
all the time. I have a cup a day. And I went out of it for a while and my cramps, awful.
She say I
So
went
I'm
out of
back
it
on
for a
raspberry leaf
while.
tea and their magnesium now. What?
Oh, you
Yeah,
just
because I
cracked
couldn't
me.
get couldn't find it in Rome. And then
That's
I
so
went to
funny.
the UK, couldn't find it's hard to get, but
Yeah. Well,
if
at
you're
least
in
can you get it
Tobago
on
and
Amazon even?
couldn't.
I've like started accidentally uploading all my videos on my phone to Dropbox, and I don't know how to stop it. I get notifications every 2 minutes that, and this has been going on for like a thing. It's only in 2023 at the moment.
I thought you were about to say to Amazon and like putting them for sale. I was like,
My videos for sale. It's probably just the dogs, like really weird videos of the dogs. Hi, babies.
do you know what?
Girls. Oh yeah, go on.
No, I was about to say something I forget.
I was gonna say, girls, if you want
Yeah,
to
no.
send us in your dilemmas,
Oh yeah, we're recording 3 episodes. Oh no.
I think this one
Sure,
is
this
one
will
of
come
them,
out
is it?
anyway. This is next week's.
Oh yeah, we'll have
So by the
them
time this comes
recorded.
out, we'll have them all recorded. We're basically
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
going hard this week. We're recording 3 episodes.
oh my God, that's perfect. So we don't need to record on the 28th because we'll have one ready for the 31st anyway.
Yeah.
I never realized we already had one for this week. I thought this was tomorrow's one.
I
Rebecca,
didn't
my brain
even
is
calculate
fried.
it. I genuinely didn't even calculate it in my head.
My brain is so fried. We're
Also,
pre-recording a lot, guys, because we're going
yeah,
on our
we're
hollybops.
doing 3 episodes in 1 week. So this is
Yeah.
the first one. We'll be
You're
doing two.
welcome.
And I posted to my stories. It's so funny. When I post a thirst trap as my first story, all the men, listen, I'm just going to be honest, all the men like it, which drives the engagement
Engagement
up.
up.
I have a
Yeah.
high percentage women following, but the men that do follow me
Yeah.
engage with that story because the girlies are actually very bad for likes on stories sometimes.
I was going to say no, different for me now this time. It was on my old page because I was like 50-50. So the girls that were following me obviously weren't like the most creative
Yeah.
girls. In my new page now, it's predominantly all women. And I'm not joking. I must have like a 95 to 5% female to male ratio. And I love it.
No, my ratio is so high, but I feel like maybe I need to start hearting stories more, but I don't get many
Oh, I'd be hurting
like
everyone's.
Carlotta,
Mm.
Shun, I can guarantee will always be in with the hearts, you know?
I'd be
But
texting everyone
and I'm
back
not,
though as well. And I think that's where you fall down.
I don't open my DMs,
You
but
literally
I do be
don't.
hearting stories like there's no tomorrow. I
I
heart everything.
know.
If someone
I,
has a
d-
nice looking breakfast, I'm like, bloop.
I literally text everybody back like there's no tomorrow. Like,
No, see,
literally.
I don't have the mental capacity to,
I love that.
they've just
Genuinely.
gone, whereas see, you've a nice new slate now.
Yeah, I
Joan
do.
messages, so you've no like gather up. Whereas I go through periods where I don't look at my phone, they gather up, and then I'm like, I can't go back. Like it's overwhelming. And
Sorry,
but
I'm
everyone's
fucking
different.
skitting.
Like some people never go into their DMs, and it's not
Yeah.
like a, oh, I think I'm anything. I just don't. I have about 20 at the moment. What are you? But yeah, no. Anyway, I used a thirst trap because I always do this thing. I go two things. One, and I put it in the first story. So then
Mm.
people psychologically are like, wait, what's the second thing? So they click to the next because Instagram does that sometimes. And if there's a link, it's hard to
I
get
saw
the
that.
engagement on it. So I
Yeah.
did it today. And then on my close friends story, I put when you low key use thirst traps to, oh, because you wouldn't have seen this because you only got added to the close friends now.
Yeah.
So I put when you low key use thirst traps to drive engagement for the pod, LOL. And then Ben, my brother, replied and he was like, yeah, your brothers have to see them or something.
I love Ben so much.
And I replied
Oh,
to him and I was like,
bless
don't
him.
hate the player, hate the game.
I must follow him on my new page. How's he getting on with his knee?
Ben is thriving. He started doing driving lessons. Like he's only,
Oh.
yeah, because that's what he said. He was like, because he went to Australia without a license, and like he said, as a man and like doing laboring and
Yeah, you
stuff,
need to. You have
obviously
to have
with a
your
license.
license. Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, where so he wanted to get his license when he came back, so he did. And he's thriving. He's having a good summer. A lot of his friends are still around because he's only
He's so
22,
young.
23. Like he's still. I actually
Lucky
don't know.
him, huh?
I think he's 23 now.
Oh my God, he's getting
He
so
is
old.
on his birthday. I sent him the song. You know the song. Nobody likes you when you're 23. Na, 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 na,
Oh yeah, I
na.
love that song.
What's my age again? Blink
What's
182.
my age again? What's my age again? Okay, I really got a pee, so we better go.
That's okay.
Okay, guys, love you. We'll see you next week. We're pre-recording all these, so these are
We'll
literally
see
back to
you
back.
next week. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.